Assalamu alaikum, namaste, and welcome to the news hour with your favorite host and those Jennifer Rogers. And tonight, thank you so much for logging on to Qatar Day. I have about 4 major updates for you today. And with that, do not forget to follow us on Facebook. We are available on Facebook. We are available on Instagram, on Twitter, and YouTube as well. So do follow us there as well. With that, I have 4 major updates for you today. The first one being Qatar Airways now continues to fly to more than 75 destinations worldwide. So yes, Qatar Airways is flying its full fleet of 30 Boeing 787 and 49 Airbus A350 aircraft, providing environmentally and commercially sustainable capacity to lead the recovery of global travel. Now, Qatar Airways has restarted flights to 27 more destinations in July and will be rebuilding its global network to more than 500 weekly flights to over 75 destinations. What Qatar Airways tweeted was, they said, "We look forward to resuming more destinations and entry restrictions ease around the world." So with that, the second update I would like to inform you is, we had a question asked by somebody who asked us that if I am an employee, then how do I apply for exceptional entry permit? As you know, as all of you know, that exceptional entry permit is a temporary permit service that Qatar government or Qatar portal has started for all the people who are coming from high-risk countries who want to enter Qatar. They have to apply for a permit, that is exceptional entry permit from Qatar portal. So one employee kind of asked us that if I am an employee, how do I apply for exceptional entry permit? So there are online instructions given. Let me just give you an idea of all the online instructions that are available on Qatar portal. The first thing, you need to create your new account on Qatar portal, okay, or log into your existing account if you have one. If you don't have one, create a new account, okay. After that, you need to click on apply for exceptional entry permit. So this is the space that you need to put. So log into entry permit, exceptional entry permit, apply. Then you have to read the terms and conditions and prepare all the required documents before you start the application. So before you start the application, you have to read the rules and regulations and what all documents you need to keep ready in prior before you start the application, okay. After that, you enter the application page and fill in all the required information correctly and completely as per your passport. You have to remember this, okay. Do it as per what is there on your passport. Then enter your email correctly to receive an approval on your application. So if you have not put up your email address properly, you will not receive the permit. So make sure that you put in your email address correctly. After that, you print the permit and keep the copy of the quarantine undertaking, which will be presented to the airport authorities or the airport officers once you land to Qatar, okay. So you have to keep the copy of your quarantine undertaking with you and the permit as well. So now, terms for those who are coming from low risk countries. Now this was for people who are coming from high risk countries, okay. Let's talk about the people coming from low risk countries. What about them? So first, if they are coming from a low risk country, first they have to conduct a COVID-19 test in an approved hospital, if any, within a period of not extending more than 48 hours from the date of departure, and submit a hard copy of the examination certificate upon arrival to Qatar. After that, in case the COVID test is not conducted in the departed country, okay, the test will be conducted at the airport upon arrival. So if you are coming from a low risk country and if you have not done the COVID-19 test over there, and if it wasn't conducted in the country that you're departing from, do not worry. Once you come back to the airport, then your COVID-19 test will still be done at the airport. So the applicant must upload proof of staying in a low risk country for 72 hours or more. If the expat resides less than 72 hours in a low risk country, they will be considered coming from a high risk country and will be treated accordingly. So what's going to happen is, if you are coming from a low risk country, okay, then you have to at least stay in that country for 72 hours. If you do not have any proof that you've stayed in that country for 72 hours, then what is going to happen is when you come to the airport, they're going to treat you like one of the persons who are coming from a high risk country, and then you will have to go around with the hotel quarantine and the home quarantine both. This is for the people who are coming from the high risk countries. Now second, what about the other countries? Those who come from other countries outside the low risk country should comply with the following. So what you need to look after: first, you need to have a hotel reservation that you need to book from Discover Qatar. Okay, hotel reservation in one of the hotel designated and approved for quarantine for 1 week from the date of arrival, which will be available only on Qatar portal. Okay. After that, conducting a COVID test at the airport is very necessary. In the event the result is positive, then the expat will be directed for isolation, and if the test is negative, a compulsory period of 1 week is spent in a quarantine hotel. Now after that, the permit holder must adhere to hotel quarantine and follow the procedures, including maintaining social distancing. In the event the resident fails to commit so, the hotel quarantine will be extended for another 7 periods. So you have to make sure, okay, if you are in a hotel, you have to maintain social distance. If you are not doing that, remember your hotel quarantine period will be extended for another 1 week. So want to avoid that, please don't meet anybody, stay in the hotel, be isolated, relax, sleep well, take good rest. Once you're in the hotel quarantine, just don't go to socialize with other people, because if you break any rules of the hotel quarantine, then your hotel quarantine will be extended for a week more, and we don't want that, right? So the documents that residents must possess upon arrival at the airport. What are the documents you need to have when you arrive Qatar airport? First thing, you need to have your passport, but obviously. Second, you need to have your Qatar resident ID. You need to have your entry permit, which has been approved by the government of Qatar. You need to have a hotel quarantine undertaking. After that, you need to have a COVID examination certificate in the event of coming from a low risk country. Okay, a hard copy of the medical examination conducted within a period not less than 48 hours is one of the accredited hospitals, if any, must be presented to the concerned officials at the airport. Now, a copy of the hotel reservation for quarantine in event of coming from other countries. Other countries, basically other countries which are not listed in the low risk countries. Okay. A hard copy or a soft copy of the resident reservation must be submitted in one of the hotels approved for the quarantine, and these you can find on Discover Qatar website. So go to Discover Qatar and make your reservation, your hotel reservation. Now additional information, I'm just going to give you a few additional informations. So to confirm the approved booking, the hotel booking, you can visit Discover Qatar website. And for information, if you are in Qatar, okay, you need to call 109 if you are in Qatar. If you are outside Qatar, please call +974 440 69999. Now this is if you are outside Qatar. If you are in Qatar, 109, remember, okay. And if you are outside Qatar, it's +974 440 69999. Now let me get to the third update of the day, which is Qatar Museum now inaugurates 4 major exhibitions. Yes, you've heard it right. They have inaugurated 4 major exhibitions. Mathaf celebrates 10th anniversary by unveiling 3 expos. So Qatar Museum yesterday launched 4 major exhibitions, 3 at Mathaf, Arab Museum of Modern Arts, and 4th one at the Museum of Islamic Arts, that's MIA. The exhibition is a part of the extensive program of exhibition, artistic residences, research programs, discussions, workshops and community events taking place at the Mathaf 10th anniversary year. Now, and to commemorate the Mathaf Decade program, the museum unveiled 3 exhibitions, including 2 major monograph exhibitions by leading women artists and the extensive survey of art and culture in Doha, spanning more than half a century. Now, marking her first major solo museum exhibition in the Gulf region, Moroccan French artists showcased photographs, films, videos, sculptures, prints and fabric work that focused on threads of regenerating and growth in social and geological transformation What she said was, "My very educated mother just served us nougat." It is known for her work, which engages with self-education, architecture, and botany and modernist histories in order to explore forms of knowledge and production. Now, debuting at Mathaf with her first year expo in Arab Gulf region is Huguette Kadlak, daughter of the first president of the Independent Republic of Lebanon. The exhibition titled Huguette's Caland, Faces and Places. Now, the feature 6 decades of Caland's painting, drawings, kaftans, smocks and sculptures, including a selection of never before exhibited work. It organized around 3 different geographic locations that define Cadillac's personal and professional journey, namely Beirut, Paris and California. So, lived forward art and culture in Doha from 1960 to 2020, focuses on Mathaf's collection and expands on the research and local collaboration. It looks at referred points of generation of artists, intellectuals and cultural activists who played a major role in activating the culture scene in Doha for the past 60 years through a display of paintings, architectural material, photography, video and installations. Now, Director of Mathaf remarked that this is a momentous time in the world history as we start to reopen our culture institution. We want to bring a museum closer to the issues of our society and contribute to amplifying the voices of art at a global scale. Mathaf is conceived as a place of production and debate of ideas for the co-presence of multiple cultures and perspectives of the world. We are a young organization, Mathaf said, and we still have a lot to learn. We aim to amplify the voices of art from a part of the world and contribute to international discourses about the role of culture in fractured time. The much anticipated Falcon Eyes tribute to Sheikh Saud Al Tahani opened yesterday at the museum, and this exhibition that runs up till April 10th next year celebrates the outstanding accomplishment of one of the Qatar's greatest collectors, who largely is responsible for laying the foundation of Qatar Museum world-class collection. Now, the exhibition showcases more than 300 outstanding artwork from prehistoric fossils and Egyptian antiques to oriental paintings and masterpiece of history of photography in spectacular display of the following the concept of Renaissance. The Cabinet of Curiosities, it's named, reflecting Sheikh Saud's fascination with both natural history and the world of art. At a word of advice for visitors planning to see the exhibition: all tickets must be purchased in advance. So if you're planning to go to the museum and visit the museum, remember that all the tickets should be pre-bought, okay? So it should be purchased in advance. It should be purchased in advance on the Qatar Museum website. Furthermore, during visitors must present a green health status on Etra's app, the virus tracking app, and wear a face mask for the entire duration of their visit. So remember, if you're going there, you need to have pre-booking, and then you have to always have a green status on your Etra's app if you want to enter the museum, and always do wear a face mask, okay? With that, let me get to the fourth update of the day, which is back to school guidelines in Qatar, public private schools 2020 to 21 academic year. Okay, so the Ministry of Education and Higher Education announced that the opening of all public and private schools, including kindergartens, from 2020/21 academic year will take place in 3 phases. So the first phase will be from September 1 to 3rd. Attendance will be limited to 1/3 of the student body in all grades. Now, the educational affairs sectors and private education sectors provide guidance on attendance to public and private schools nationwide, including specialized and special education schools. Now, the schools and preschools will need to notify parents via different means of communication of the attendance mechanism for the first 3 school days, the importance of students' attendance should be also stressed. Now, the second phase will be 2 weeks from 6 September to 17 September using the blended learning module, which will be the maximum attendance in public and private schools will be 50%. Students will be split into 2 groups and rotated over a course of 2 weeks. So, a group 1 will be 50%, will attend in person in the first week and study by distance learning in the second week. Group 2 will study by distance learning in the first week and attend school in the second one. So, it's going to be batch wise, okay? This phase aims to continue with the distance learning experience and educate students about the significance of complying with the precautionary measures. Now, the third phase marks in-person attendance of students full-time 100% starting from September 20th. So, all students at public, private and preschools will attend usual classes at their schools. Precautionary measures will continue to be observed as instructed by the Ministry's Health and Safety Department and in coordination with the Ministry of Public Health. In the context, Mr. Fawzia Al-Khater, Assistant Under Secretary of Educational Affairs, said that the gradual back to school plan aims to provide gap-filling lessons and students' assessments. Parents, teachers and administrative staffs in all public schools will be introduced to a proper precautionary measures and social distance practices. This will help us to safeguard the well-being of students and all concerned parties. Now, she also pointed out that the phase 1 in plan of public school including proposal of rotating attendance and class period schedules. So, Mr. Roman Abdulaziz Al-Naman, Assistant Under Secretary of Private Education Affairs, stated that the 3 phases back to school plan will allow students and preschools to welcome students back after a long break and to get them oriented on the precautionary measures adopted by the school. He also added that Ministry has divided a set of requirements for primary schools and nurseries to meet as they gear up for the new academic year. They must ensure that a nurse is present at premises at all times. Isolation rooms must be dedicated for symptomatic students, teachers or staff members. Sufficient sanitizers must be also provided in facilities and classrooms. The ministry said and stressed the significance of spending time during the first phase to brief the students about the new attendance approach and call upon parents to engage with their children to keep them motivated and inspired to learn. With this, I'm done with all the updates for today. Thank you so much for logging on to Qatar Day. And keep loving, keep supporting, keep watching Qatar Day, the pulse of the nation. Me, your host, Jennifer Rogers, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I'll be back with some more news about all the things happening in Qatar and all around the world. So keep watching, keep loving, keep supporting, and remember to stay home and stay safe. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Do not forget to share this video with all your friends and family. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.